Hi there Simmers, welcome to my town. It's Joy's Creative Finger here again, and I'll be taking you on a tour of my yacht. Now I know it's built on a boat lot type of structure, but I'm allowed to imagine, and in this case I've decided that I've built a yacht. It's owned by Megan Druce, who lives in the Island Villa, which I've already shown on YouTube. She also owns the yacht, so let's go ahead and have a look. So here it is, set on 3 floors and lots of deck space as you would expect on an actual yacht, as most of the occupants of a yacht would spend most time on the outside enjoying the view, taking in the ocean breeze. So I've decided to have a pool on the first layer, and then a hot tub and a reclining chair on the second, and some real space on the top deck for partying, as it were. The entire yacht is covered in glass, as privacy would not be of concern to the occupants of this yacht. I've seen people jump off a yacht into the ocean with barely anything on. Anyway, you can see in view the captain's space for steering the ship, but the actual steering wheel is actually situated in front outside, which I actually prefer. It's a much more traditional look, although I know in most modern yachts it would be enclosed. Now this is Megan Druce. She owns the yacht, but she inherited this from her grandmother by the name of Carmen, with whom she's very, very close. Megan makes it a point to visit Carmen at least once a week at the retirement home where Carmen stays. But not only does Carmen stay there, Carmen owns the retirement home and looks after the rest of the seniors in my town. After I had the live streams and legacies quest completed, I built this house for the seniors, and that's where they pass on from. Now on this fateful day, Carmen had finished preparing a lovely meal at the retirement home. She made her way upstairs, all the way up to her private room, where she would do beautiful knitting and all kinds of arts and crafts to while away her time. On that day, death came through the corridors of my retirement home once again, but this time he came for Carmen. Now, as you can imagine, this was a very, very sad time. A call was made to Megan, and she was, as you could imagine, completely devastated. When all her friends were made aware of what had happened, they immediately rallied around her, put together a befitting funeral service where they heard all the beautiful things about Carmen, what she was to the community, and how she had taken care of most of my Sims seniors. In the car park at the funeral grounds, they all stayed very close to Megan, and they encouraged her and made her believe that one day this rainy day would dry out and the sun would shine again. When the undertaker was done, they all gathered around the graveside where Carmen was laid to rest beside the other Sims seniors who had passed on in my town. Very quickly after these events, the family lawyer had met with Megan and advised her that she had inherited this beautiful yacht as an inheritance from her grandmother. So let's go ahead and have a look. As you can see here, we have a breakfast table situated in the section here. You have 2 seats beside a round table, but you have to assume that it could be opened up into a much bigger dining space. We have a kitchen at the end here, with a patterned black rug coordinating with a plain black rug underneath the dining set. I also decided to place these white units that you can see here if I just swing around. You have to assume that there are life jackets in here, seasickness medication, and a first aid kit would be in that unit there. so it's quite accessible, and it's on the ground floor where, should a need arise, everything that is needed to assist the occupants in this yacht would be quite handy. Now you can see on the outside that there are open doors around the dining section and kitchen section. This is to create the idea that when there is cooking going on, the wonderful aroma, albeit wonderful, still has to sort of escape the yacht quickly as a result of the open structure. Now when we come around this way, we have a nice living room area where they would sit around, enjoy the use of the television, and also in the same space we have a staircase that leads up to the other floors in the yacht. I decided to place a fish tank in here, which I thought was perfect, and then it inspired me to use the blue wallpaper that then coordinates with the ocean. So there's a lot of blue going on, and seeing fish, it just creates that idea that they are aboard the ocean. So in some way, it looks like an open plan space, as should be the case, in my opinion. And out back here, we have a lovely pool where they can swim and enjoy the water, or alternatively, they could just dive into the ocean. Now, that's the entire ground floor for the yacht. And this lovely spiral staircase is something I've never used in any of my homes, and so I went for it. I think it cost SP. You'd have to check and see. It cost SP, I'm quite certain, but it's beautiful against the wood in the yacht, and it just gives it that really nice touch. It's a bit gold as well. So here we are upstairs. I brought Megan into the master room. I think it's really beautiful that the glass, all around, creates the idea that when they're on board the sea, you can just view the entire ocean all around. I think it would just be so beautiful. Here's a view from the outside. And of course, being the master room, it's a lot larger than the small one across the way, which we'll get to in a minute. And I decided to place this beautiful dresser unit, vanity unit, by the window there for her to do her makeup. I think it's just a great view all around. Now, this is the bathroom for both rooms. I've gone for all those furnitures that we get from the spa update. When you complete, you get all these lovely items. So this bathroom looks fully stocked for people, obviously, who would be on board a yacht, maybe traveling to a different part of the coast. So there's lots of towels, creams, and all that's required. Beside it is a nice sizable guest room for whoever accompanies the owner of the yacht on board, and out that door takes you to the deck space with a hot tub, lots of seating area, and a nice lounge chair. I prefer the idea that the rooms are on this floor where the hot tub is as well, as we already have the pool on the ground floor. So that's an overview of this floor in the yacht, and now we're going to go up to the last floor of the yacht, where we have an entertaining area where they would party, where they would have some drinks, chat, and really socialize right at the top. So as you can see here, I've placed these seats facing each other before the bar stools, and then in this corner I have this set facing the window, so they can, bet, play cards, and just have a good look at the ocean while they sit down there, or even have a drink. I also enjoyed coordinating the lush pink bar stools with the pink rug underneath the other bar stools by the cocktail bar. I thought that it really pulled the color in and gave the place a nice, snazzy, modern touch for an entertaining and social area. And then of course we have the double doors that lead out to the last deck on this yacht. Again, I've completely packed it full with lovely cushioned chairs, outdoor chairs for the Sims to come out and listen to the radio, enjoy the music at the top of the yacht, enjoy the ocean, take in the sea breeze, and really have a fun time in that space. Now, of course, that's not all that is in this section on this floor. We also have the captain's quarters where he controls the ship and also has a space to actually rest in while on board. So I have a nice long 3-seater in the corner there, a computer table that gives him the view of the control screen that he has out front where he's seating at the moment. So obviously when he's not controlling that unit, he would be in this space. That chair sort of pulls out like a sofa bed and opens up into a 1.5 instead of a double. And then while resting there, he has a view of the actual front screen and what's approaching the yacht, as it were. I just placed that television in there because it looks like another sort of item that you would find in the cabin for the captain of the ship. We have the steering wheel here, as I mentioned earlier, and I like the fact, as I said, that it's outside. I have the weather machine and an Outlook Cloud Watch telescope here to watch and see what the weather might be and obviously navigate his way through the ocean accordingly. And that's the final floor of my yacht that was inherited by Megan from her grandmother Carmen. This obviously is my first time of doing a tour of a boat type structure. The only other time I did do something like this was when I did the Ocean View Mansion, which has become quite popular, and I did say that you can replicate that on a boat lot. I don't know if any of you have done that at the moment, but I have seen quite a lot of it in your towns, and that's really flattering. But I'm quite tempted to see if it does work, if the dimensions do work on a boat lot. But as of yet, I don't know, but I would try it out on a boat structure and see how it turns out. And just before I go, there's just one little thing. Even though our Sims go on, pass on, real life or play, they are in a much, much better place. Always remember that. Have a lovely day and happy simming. Bye.